What's up, y'all? It's Chris here. So, for today, something that has more heavily been on my mind these last couple of weeks has to do with structure and enjoyment. So, I would say it's been an ongoing, I don't want to say battle, but cycle. We'll say cycle that I've noticed for myself of these highs and lows. And highs and lows in the aspect of I will have so many things on my plate and I'll be scrapping trying to manage. And then I'll end up taking a lot of time, staying up late, not really going out as much or spending as much time with friends, trying to catch up on everything. And then I catch up, I'll be in a pretty good flow for a minute on top of everything. And then slowly but surely things start to fall behind again, whether I just lose the focus, lose energy, what have you. So, there could be a lot of causes for this. We won't go into that part, but that's been the pattern. And so I have more diligently over the last at least 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, been really exploring this pattern for myself and trying to figure out like what is it that I need, what would help. And so thinking about this even more in depth the last couple of weeks, I decided to start using a productivity planner. I've used some similar things before, like Notion. To be honest, that was just so elaborate for me. I've used it to kind of plan out what I want to focus on from like 1 week and 1 month to the next, but I didn't use it and haven't used it for my actual day to day planning. So I started using an app called Sunsama. I believe it's how you pronounce it correctly. And it helps you to, and it's helping me to break down my days. So I can say everything I want to do and give it a time block for every day of the week. And also finding a workflow. So, for example, certain days of the week I'm looking at for content creation. Other days of the week I'm looking at maybe heavier client days. And then other days of the week, spending more time for admin tasks and things like that. So, really trying to find a good balance in the ebbs and flows and how can I most effectively and efficiently do the things that I need to do from 1 week to the next without burning myself out or overworking myself, overscheduling myself even. So I started doing that last week. So far, it has actually been really good. Being able to really see where my time is going and creating this structure for myself. So, like with my emails, and it's like I have so many things to keep up with, so many of like one thing. So, like email wise, I have my personal email, I have a business email, I have another random email that I would send like promotional things and junk mail to. And then I had two other email accounts, actually, three at one point. Don't ask me why, y'all. Just that's a whole other story, and is a part has been a part of my struggle and my issue. But getting all that stuff more consolidated. I could spend on emails trying to go through emails. I kid you not when I could say I could spend 2 hours on it and still not even be all the way through. And part of that would be because they would just sit and sit and sit because I'd be so overwhelmed with everything else I needed to do. Everything felt like, well, not everything, but other things would feel like a priority. And until those things were done, it was like I could not do anything else. So, one of the aspects of the system I'm putting into place, again, giving myself a time block. So, I will give myself, let's say, 40 minutes to an hour, depending, to complete any paperwork that I have, and then to check two email accounts, really. And when I tell you, I don't know what it did to my brain, but now I'm on top of the emails and I get on there every day and really like 10 minutes I'm done. Um it like, I don't know, it just made my brain prioritize what emails do I need to check right now, what's the most important and what can wait. And in doing that, within like a few days, I had completely gone through most of the emails. So I'm hoping that this system will help me to stay on top of not only emails, but just everything that I have to do, because I'm able to give myself time for it. I know where I'm going to be able to get it done, where and when I'm going to be able to get certain things done, which relieves a lot of my anxieties and stress around it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But on the second note, when it comes to it ties into the planning. When it comes to how I'm just viewing life in general, um, I noticed, sometimes as Friday comes, I would send out, happy Friday messages. We made it, woohoo, right? And then I started to think like, and I know this isn't a new concept either, but I was like, I don't want to be in that space where I'm waiting for Friday every week. And especially since I've been working out and being more present in my day to day, with my day to day, it has really made me consider, how can I find enjoyment in every single day? Something to be grateful for every single day, something to look forward to every single day, something to ground myself in every single day. I don't want to live that life where you're just waiting for Friday, waiting for Friday. And with everything that I've been doing and changes that have occurred in my life over the last few months, I am finding a lot more ease in the day to day. And it has allowed me to just rest in the day, be in the day. And there are so many things to find enjoyment in outside of just Friday or the weekend. Um, and that's something that I just feel really good about. And so I would encourage you to explore the same for yourself. Are you living a life where you're just waiting for Friday, waiting for the weekend? And if you are, how can you begin to change that relationship that you have with your weekdays or with your work days, or days that you don't have a break? Just find one thing, like I said, to be grateful for, to ground yourself in, to look forward to, even to congratulate yourself on every single day. What did you do well that day? What are you proud of yourself for that day? What allowed you to feel a sense of peace or a sense of accomplishment that day? And just watch and see how that, along with structuring your days in a way that don't lead to burnout and that gives you time for yourself to relax, to think, to be, how all of those things together can greatly improve the quality of your life. So that's all for today. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.